Sporting camps have played a major role in the history of the Moosehead Lake region since the mid-1800s, when hunters and fishermen seeking a taste of rustic lifestyle and an escape from city life would retire to the Maine woods, often for weeks on end. Happily, a handful of these camps still exist, ready to offer an old-fashioned sporting camp vibe along with some modern amenities. Roughly midway on the western shore of Moosehead, the Birches Resort has provided lodging to wilderness seekers since the 1930s.
The Birches was started in 1930 by a logger that retired. He had French loggers from Quebec that came here and hand cut and hand hewn all these logs and built these cabins and the main lodge, the kitchen and whatnot. And he was open for people that came fishing and hunting mostly back then. It's been remodeled and changed to some degree. You know, we've added kitchens in a lot of the cabins over the last 50 years and trying to maintain the place in the traditional sporting camp decor. And it was the only place built on the shoreline back in 1930, facing toward Mount Kineo and Farm Island, which fortunately is protected forever now. So it makes a unique spot for us. We get a beautiful sunrise here, just spectacular. Yeah, well, I came here when I was 18. I actually grew up and went to high school in Connecticut, and then my dad came here and bought this place in 1969, the year I graduated high school. I went to forestry school at University of Maine. So then I started to summer here and help him with the business and whatnot. And we kind of built it up from there, and I purchased it from him when he retired. We have some families that have been coming here almost 50 years. A lot of people, like the ones in the lobby right now, they just thank me for keeping the place the way it is, because that's what they love. You know, it's a real special tradition, the old sporting camp. Not too many left. The restaurant is traditional American food, but we also have a pretty good selection of vegetarian options now. We have the lounge, so we have different drinks and just about any kind of alcohol drink you'd like we can make up. Basically the front deck is it's a social spot, especially in the afternoon, early evening. You have a fire pit, a bonfire. You know, it's funny, I do scenic rides on my plane almost every other day in the summertime. And I'll fly for a half hour, an hour and a half sometimes. And the most I've ever seen on that lake in one day is maybe 15 boats, you know, and they're just, I mean, it's so big, it's 38 miles long. And so there's so many coves and little places. I feel like we own the whole lake. It's like the best thing in the world. There hasn't been a lot of change as far as the big development. The places that are on the lake now are nicer than they were 50 years ago, but there's not that many more. You can still take a boat, you can go up the lake, find a spot where there's nobody around, you know, if you want to just relax and have a picnic or whatever, you just feel like you're all by yourself.